we have the author's purpose for writing. That's one thing that we're going to use, that we talked about yesterday, to help us compare two texts. How many texts are we going to compare?
2.
We're actually going to compare two texts on the same topic. Two texts on the
Same topic.
So can anyone guess, just by looking around the room at the poster and the board, what that topic might be? Track Johnny. Foxes. That topic is going to be foxes. I said yesterday that we were going to read fiction and nonfiction first. Later in this unit, we will read 2 nonfiction books on the same topic and compare them. But we are going to start with a fiction and a nonfiction. You may go. We are going to start with a fiction and a nonfiction book and compare them to see how they are alike and how they are different. So the first book that we are going to read today, I'm speaking, give me a second. The first book that we are going to read today is this nonfiction book, check the board, about foxes. How do I know that's a nonfiction book? How do I know this is a nonfiction text? Who can tell me? Track Johnny.
Just by looking at the board, it's not like a cartoon, the fake fox, like talking or anything. It's a real fox.
Good point, check BJ. Anything else to add? That was your answer. Okay, check Malia. Go get some water.
That foxes can't walk like with 2 feet, like hands.
Standing up in hands. So you can tell these probably on all fours there. Okay, good point, Malia. Check Ariana.
I know one of the foxes that kind of looks like him on one of the cartoons called Tom. He talks, but other foxes don't.
Okay. All right. So, but does that look like a cartoon fox that might talk?
No.
No. Back in star, tracking the board. Thank you. All right, hand down. So we are going to compare a fiction and a nonfiction book. And I said this was the nonfiction book that we were going to read today. While we read, we are going to track back over here. You don't have to move your body, you can just move your neck. We are going to take down some notes of important things that you learn about foxes today, so that later when we go to compare, we have some notes to use. Important things that you learn about foxes today. You may go take that off. Important things that you learn about foxes today. What kinds of things? Important things. Important things. Things that we may want to remember when we are talking about foxes on Friday. That's when we're going to do our comparing. And do you know what? I'll tell you a little secret. I will tell you the fiction book that we are going to read about foxes. It's called Outfoxed. Outfoxed. And it's a fiction book about foxes. So we're going to see how those two books compare. Check VJ.
Am I going to read that on Friday or today?
We're going to read that tomorrow.
No.
Check Malia.
When we came to our grandma's house and we were about to leave, my mom saw the fox.
She saw a fox. Wow. That's actually not typical. We usually don't see many foxes because they live in the wild, and they usually only come out at night. So it's not typical. We're not going to share stories about foxes right now, but thank you for your enthusiasm. Is this a story about a fox? Is this a question? Does it relate to our lesson? Check Ariana. Okay, all right. We're going to move on. Thank you for your enthusiasm, though. Back in the start. Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to use a cold call read so everyone's eyes are on the board. This is a text that we can all read, tracking the board. Thank you. What does this look like before we start to read? What does this look like? Track Henry.
That's a table of contents.
Track the board. Is this a table of contents?
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you agree. It is. It does say table of contents. Let's read this. Foxes at night. Parts of a fox. Abraham, stand up. Go ahead. Take him to Miss Cowan's room, please. Go ahead. Thank you very much, Flor. Keep reading. Pictures, glossary, index, to learn more. So a table of contents tells where all of these things and what pages they are going to be on. Hands down. I'm going to keep reading. Thank you. All right. It says, this is our first part of the book, Foxes at Night. Start our reading off for us, Ariana.
The sun sets.
Jasmine.
Night begins. Fox wakes up.
Let's read it all together.
The sun sets. Night begins. Foxes wake up.
I heard someone say fox wakes up. But you know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing an ES. It says foxes wakes up. I'm sorry. Foxes wake up. Foxes wake up. Is there something important on that page that we might want to add to our notes? The sun sets. Night begins. Foxes wake up. I'm going to think right here. Hands down while Brittany, the first grader, thinks. Is there something important on this page that I need to know to add to my notes? Wow, I know when I'm going to be comparing to a fiction book, there might be something I need to know about when foxes come out. I think this page is telling me that foxes come out at night. I'm sorry, foxes come out at night. All right, so I'm going to write that on my note page, and I need everyone to track me as I do that. Oh, we can do that quicker. Let's try that again. I'm going to write this on my note page. Much better. That was much quicker. Foxes come out at night. Thank you, Flora, for getting seated quietly and quickly. Nice job. Thank you, Henry, for agreeing with me. You agree with my statement?
I have another.
Very good. We're not there yet. Did this give us any more information?
Yeah.
It did? Check, VJ. I'm curious.
Nocturnal.
Ooh, big word. Send VJ some energy. Ooh, VJ, can you explain what nocturnal means?
It means that they come out at night and they sleep at daytime.
Very good, VJ. Check the board again. We do that quicker. Check the board again. Very good. Foxes are nocturnal. And VJ says that nocturnal means that they sleep during the day and they come out at night. One more time, at night. Show me where your hands go. Thank you very much, Sarah. Yes, Flor?
I got this for that kind of
No, ma'am. Sit down.
I got this 47 words.
Wow. Way to go, Flor. We'll talk about that at next daily 5, okay? Yes, ma'am. All right, hands back where they go. All righty. Let's go to the next page. Who's going to start us reading? Jacob? Begin.
The hungry fox can see in the
Sharon.
like
Brienne.
his big ears listen.
Hands on your brain. Think about this page. The hungry fox can see in the dark. His big ears listen. Is there something important on this page that we need to know for our notes? Track Linnell quickly.
It says the fox can see at night.
So I'm guessing, hands down, tracking me, I'm guessing he's got some special kind of eyes, right? Humans can see at night, but can we see super, super, super detailed at night?
No.
No. We don't have those super special eyes like foxes do. Foxes have some very special eyes that can see very well at night. I can start. I'll take your questions in a second. Track the board. That was quick. Nice job. Foxes can see at night.
Every one of these.
Take a break, Johnny. Come back quickly so you can get back to learning. Track Jasmine. I'm starting with foxes. I could maybe start with the word they as well. Track, Brene.
It's called night vision.
Night vision. I'm going to put that in parentheses.
That's what I was going to say.
All right, no problem. Great minds think alike. I'm going to put night vision right here in parentheses so we know. Thanks for coming back quickly. Are you ready to learn? Yes? Check, Malia.
Bats have night vision.
They do. You're absolutely right. Good connection. They do. Check, Ariana.
I know how foxes can see at night because their eyes are not like ours.
What do you notice about their eyes? What do you notice about them versus our eyes? What do you notice? Something you might see from the picture, something you might know from another book you have read. What do you notice? Kyla, check Kyla.
Yellow.
They're a little bit yellow. I'm not exactly sure if that's what makes them night vision, but that is something I notice as well. Hands back down and in star. What is something else you notice from this page that could be added to our note page? What is something else you notice from this page that could be added from our note page? Kennedy, check Kennedy.
If they eat at night, if they go look for food, and if they like eat animals, I learned from the last line that it says that their big ears listen, and if they eat animals like bats or something, that they could listen for their sounds, and then they could go and eat them.
Okay, two things I want to say. Everybody's hands are down and back in star. The first thing that I want to say, and I want to just point out, what Kennedy said was absolutely right about the big ears. What do we think that they are listening for? Track Kevin. Kevin, what do we think they're listening for? What did I say? When I call on you, we've got to put our brain on. What do you think they're listening for, Kevin? He's a hungry fox. He's looking for food. He's listening for something that he could eat. I said I had a second thing I wanted to say. Put your hands down. I had Kennedy giving a great answer. And you know what I saw in the background? I saw some of my friends putting their hands up. How could we show Kennedy the R in star, the respect others around you? How could we show her that R in star? Track 4.
Honest, respect others,
Track Linnell.
respect others around you.
How can we respect Kennedy while she's speaking?
Not raising your hand and checking people.
Exactly. So, and that's what I'm talking about. When we've got our friends answering a question, we want to make sure we are tracking that speaker and our hands are down. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. All right, so I'm gonna add what Kevin and Kennedy said together. They're using their ears to listen for food. Or prey. Does anybody know that that word prey means that they're looking for food? Hands are down while I'm speaking. They are looking for food that they could eat. Or prey. So, I'm going to use the word they this time. You guys all pointed out that I was using the word fox each time. So they look and listen for their prey. Wow, we already have 4 pieces of notes, and we've only read
2 pages.
2 or 3 pages. Wow, we must be super good note takers. Fish brain. Back in star. I know you've got lots to say, VJ, because you love to read nonfiction, but let us keep reading so everyone's brain can learn. Is that cool? You too, Ariana. All right, hands down. Oh, I think I maybe didn't sign into the account. All right. Let's see. To me, I read for us.
A mouse squeaks. The fox pounces.
Good. Christopher.
He beats.
Ooh, let's try that. That's a blend. Bright.
Bright.
He brings it
to his den.
turn. Try it again, Christopher.
He brings it to his den.
Let's all read this together.
A mouse squeaks, the fox pounces.
Pounces. Try that word again. The fox pounces.
He brings it to his den.
So I'm noticing, for any of the first graders coming out, I'm noticing that there's a type of food that foxes eat. Everyone, think about it and put it in your mouth. What type of food do foxes eat? When you've got it, put it in your mouth. Let it go.
Mouses.
That's not how we say mouses. What's the plural of mouse?
Rat.
Mice. Mice. Foxes eat mice. Check the board. Foxes eat mice. We know that's not the only thing they eat, but in this book they show us that they do eat mice.
It might show us something else. The one more.
Back in star in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Check BJ.
Some people call when animals hunt out for and other animals at night, they call them predators.
You're absolutely right. We would consider a fox a predator. We would definitely consider a fox a predator. And we can add that to our notes. Track Elijah?
Foxes are just like cats.
Why?
Because my cat can look in the dark in my room, and cats eat mice.
So those are two ways that they are similar to mice.
They are.
Wow, I like that. I like
They
that,
are a
Elijah.
type of.
I love that you are thinking about ways that you can compare it to other animals. We are going to think about what ways we can compare it to fiction foxes, though. Track Malia?
I know something different about foxes and cats.
What about it?
That they won't have whiskers. That they have different color.
Fur?
Because some cats have a little fur and they're really hairy.
All right. Well, I want to stay on topic, so let's put our hands down. I know you all have amazing things to share, and if you go to work on writing for your Daily 5, you can go ahead and write some of the things down that you see similarities or differences between other animals and foxes. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Hands down.
That's the end of the book.
No, it's not the end of the book. I just didn't sign in. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like for everyone to turn and face the board, and I want you to go ahead, turn this way. And what I'd like for you to do while I sign into this account, I would like for you and your partner to lean and whisper together and read our notes so far. Okay? Lean and whisper. Find a partner. Problem solve. Back to me.
Okay.
Thank you for being flexible and going ahead and reading that with your partners. So we have a couple of good notes, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everyone's back in star. Their hands are clasped in front of them. All right. Let's see who's ready to read for us. Henry, pick up. Right here.
There?
Yep.
Other?
Other. Mother.
A mother fox and her kids want to.
Try that again. Two vowels go walking. The
First one does the talking.
Ooh. 8. Wait. Try from the beginning.
Mother fox and her kids wait.
Try it again. Let's try that word again.
8.
Wait. Everyone together on this sentence.
Mother fox and her kids wait.
Mother fox and her kits. Wait. I wonder what a kit is. I wonder what a kit is. Track Sharon. What's a kit?
A baby fox?
A baby fox. Thumbs up or down if you agree with Sharon. I definitely agree with Sharon. And you know what? I can look and see that there is a label or a caption. It's sort of both here. It's labeling a picture, which is also a caption. A baby fox. A kit is a baby fox. Yes, back and start. Very good. Pick up, VJ.
Her kit.
The
The
kits.
kids play with the mouse. They learn to hunt.
Anything we'd like to add to our notes here? Anything we'd like to add to our notes here? Your turn to think. Everyone's thinking. We're going to talk to our partners first before we add. You're going to get one. Turn and talk.
Okay.
Something to add to our notes from this page. Yeah, there we go. Problem solving. Great.
Okay.
What'd you see? I like that. Back to me.
Okay.
Back in star, ready to go. Looking at someone who's ready to go. Yes, Miss Barcelona.
Still not here.
Yes, he is. Oh, he is down in Miss Callan's room with a friend, with a reading friend. So if you want to take Elijah and switch him out and get over here,
Oh.
that is fine with me.
Okay.
So
Then I could take Elijah and Floor.
you would just, yeah,
No?
yeah, you can take Elijah.
Let's just do that.
All right, thank you. Back in star.
Sorry.
Focus this way. You're back.
I'll try to catch him.
Okay. What is a note that we're going to add to our note-taking page? I heard something from Kevin that was super good. Track Mohammed. Kevin, that's not
The big
track.
fox, the mom has different colors. Yeah, the mom has different colors as the kids.
Mom has different colors than kids. Did you learn that from the text or the picture?
I know that from the picture.
You learned that from the picture. Remember when we did that unit and we said the pictures were called
Photographs.
These are called photographs. So you learned that from the photograph. You learned from the photograph that the mom is actually a different color than her.
Kids.
Jacob, go take a break and put that jacket away in that process. Thank you. So you learned that the mom is a different color than her kids. That's super cool. Track the board as I write that down. Mother foxes can be, because I don't think they always are, can be different colors. Am I getting this right? Than her kits. I didn't because you didn't have your hand up, so I want you to go. I want you to get back and start. want you to get your hand up. Check Malia.
That their mother cleans up with their tongue
Where'd you see that?
in the picture.
You know, so I saw in the photograph. Try it again.
I saw it before.
The whole sentence.
I saw the mother licking her kids in the photograph.
Okay, check the board as I write. Yeah, Mother Foxes lick her kids clean, right? That's what she's doing when she's licking them. You know what I'm not seeing right now? There we go. Fix your bodies. Lick her kids clean. I'm going to write photograph. Okay. Check Jasmine. No, ma'am. We sit seated to answer your question, and you're not in the star. That's because I messed up. That has nothing to do with it. What I asked was for a note that we could add to it. Do you got one? Do you have one? All right. Well, I'm going to wait for you to get one. You had to talk to your partner, right? You got one? All right, tell us. Ah, and where did you learn that from? You learned that from the text. She's absolutely right. Where does it say in the text? They
Learn
to hunt. Thank you, Brianna, everybody.
They learn to hunt.
So kids learn to hunt. Who do they learn to hunt from? Who can tell me? Try Kyla.
Their mother.
They learn to hunt from their mother.
Not all the time.
Kids learn to hunt. Johnny, if they don't learn from their mother, who do you think they learn from?
Their dad.
They could be their dad.
Well, where is? That's what I think.
Not in the picture.
I think.
Not in this picture, at least. No, on your bottom.
I think that's the dad right there.
That's a kid.
Not the one jumping.
Oh, on the bottom?
Yeah.
I think that's